The first mayor of North Charleston passed away this morning. Bourne spearheaded the effort to incorporate the city of North Charleston back in 1971 and 72. He led until the early 1990s. News 2's Libba Holland spoke with his grandson today, and she joins us now with the interview you'll see only on 2. Libba?
Brendan H. Duncan Paget III had lunch with his grandfather almost every day toward the end of his life. He last saw him last Tuesday. And during their lunch dates, Paget would listen to his grandfather tell his incredible story of how he created North Charleston.
If you've watched the Stingrays play at Coliseum, been shopping at Tanger, seen all of those hotels in the area, none of that would have existed had it not been for Pop.
But Pop's, or John Bourne Jr.'s work began way before that. His grandson tells me he went into the military right after World War II. He eventually came back to his hometown of Conway, and that's where he met his wife. He then went to business school and worked with a real estate company. That then led to politics as a Republican.
Since Reconstruction, there's been Democrat dominance in South Carolina. He was one of the first pioneering Republicans back in those days.
By 1969, several people had tried to incorporate North Charleston. They had to get a majority vote from the registered voters, and each time failed, until Bourne found a way by building up voters.
They had a meeting at North Charleston High School and had people go out and vote.
He also eliminated registered voters who had died or moved away, which were still counted as no votes.
So they held the election and it passed. But then it was immediately challenged by people who didn't want the city to be incorporated.
Bourne took the issue to the Supreme Court, and he won. But the challenges didn't stop there. Others battled him about the 526 decision and building the Coliseum and Tanger outlets. But Bourne's determination is something his grandson now carries and hopes to pass on.
He said, I discovered at an early age that if I have an idea and I keep it in here, I can change it around, I can add things, I can take things away. But the moment I say something, I'm committed one way or the other.
He said he was just an incredible man. Some of his other accomplishments were preparing the city for Hurricane Hugo, and he was awarded with the Order of the Palmetto by 2 different governors. And Justin, there will be a funeral service for Bourne. The public viewing will be Monday starting at 11 a.m. at the Park Circle Recreation Center. I'll have more about this coming up tonight on News 2 at 6. Live in the studio.